Hey, what's up, everybody? Good evening, man. Happy Thursday to you, man. Hey, this is the Sports Chasers. As you can see, man, we're about to go live here. We are live here in a second, man, but just want to give y'all a little rundown. We'll talk about, hey, man, what a day when it comes to the world of sports. But before we get into that, we got MLB with our main man, Alvin. He'll be breaking down the Major League Baseball. And then we got our Chasers Pulse. What's going on in the world of sports. And as y'all know, if you've probably been hiding in the rock, if you've been hiding in the rock, you know that there's been this big betting, sports gambling, betting thing that has rocked the world this afternoon, this morning, all the way into the evening, man. They're still talking about it. And they say, and there might be more. So with that said, hey, buckle up, man. This is going to be a good show tonight. I promise you it is, man. Let's go. Let's do it.
Buckle up, sports fanatics. This is the Sports Chasers Podcast, your HQ for in-depth sports talk. Join host Kevin L. Warren and crew as they dissect the hottest stories, ignite debates, and bring you closer to the action. From locker room whispers to expert takes, we cover it all. It's game time, so strap in and grab a drink. The Sports Chasers Podcast starts right now.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? It's another edition of the Sports Chasers Podcast coming to you live and direct here on a Thursday night. And glad to be with you tonight, man. Before we start off, man, make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit all the bells for all the wonderful notification, man. And those that listen on the sound of my voice, man, y'all do what? Y'all give us that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-star review? 5-star review. Love us or hate us, man. Y'all be giving us some real love, especially on TikTok and YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Instagram also, but especially TikTok and YouTube, man. They just won't leave the DA alone when it comes to this top 25 when it comes to college football, man. There's one clip that's trending. I got about 4,000 views, 4K views, and people are arguing amongst themselves in the comments. I love it. So y'all loving and hating one another. So, but make sure you just keep it respectable and clean. We do advocate for that on this show. Respectability. Let's meet the crew. D-Dubs, good afternoon, good evening, I should say. How are you today?
Good evening. What's up? Sports Chasers Podcast, we are here. Yeah, man, it's a crazy day.
Yeah.
Crazy day today. Early this morning, but we'll dive into that later on. Welcome, my main man, Alvin. Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Nice to be here, man. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, no doubt. World Series about to jump off here pretty soon.
I jump off tomorrow, 8 o'clock. First game of the World Series, hopefully. Game 1 of 7.
Gotcha.
In my humble opinion, but that's me. I want more baseball. More baseball, the better for me.
Well, you sound like the hockey dude over here who's excited that the hockey season has just started. And Dan is back with us tonight. Dan's been missing action, been a little bit sick and stuff, and with life been lifing, man. But I'm glad to have my main man Dan is back. Dan, what's good, brother? How are you tonight, sir?
Oh, glad to be here. Looking to get into some of the fun stuff we have in store for this evening.
Yeah,
so let's get it rolling.
Show the Rangers some love today.
Not against San Jose, right?
Hey, we shut them out. Let's see what you guys do. Are they going to sing in the Garden tonight?
We hope, man.
We shall hope.
You only done it once in 4 games.
Yeah, man. It's been quiet over there on the side. Though.
I bet you miss Kreider, don't you?
Yeah, we miss a lot of people.
Yeah,
we'll see what Trouba does tonight.
Yeah, they might give him a video tribute, man. Like you said, what you said about that hit.
Yeah, when he tried to hit Nikas head first into the boards.
Oh man, we're gonna lead off with baseball tonight, man. Al is here with us tonight. Al, I want you to just walk us through the National League Championship Series. You know, the Dodgers swept the Brewers. Brewers were the best team in the league by far all year. But then, you know, the playoffs come. You gotta finish the deal, man. And you know, Shohei Ohtani, man. I hate that we didn't, you know, kind of dive. We should have been able, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. Man, what he did last Friday night was incredible. I'll give it to you, Al. Take it away.
Yeah, man, it's remarkable. Just jump on the Brewers real quick. I don't want to disrespect them, but at the end of the day, they had a great year.
Yes.
The last 2 or 3 years, they have a great regular season. Just don't somehow, some way cannot finish or capitalize in the playoffs. But I still tip my hat to them. But at the end of the day, let's get back on this show. Hey, What he did Friday night was for the ages, man. I mean, 10 Ks, six plus innings, three dingers, not just three dingers, man. That second one,
out the park.
My goodness, man. Out the park, man. That night, man, Friday night, it felt like watching that. It was something that you will always remember. You'll always remember where you were sitting at, what city you was in, your locale, what you was eating that night, whatever the case may be. It was one of those nights, man. And you could see it from the first inning when he struck out the side. You could see something was in his eyes, like he hear everything. Like, like somebody said, like, you have not been stepping up. You have not been living up to your expectations, which he's having. And he came out single-handedly. That's the first time I have ever seen it. Understand, obviously, you don't see pitches hit no more. But that's the first time I have ever seen single-handedly individual player beat the opposition in baseball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see it a lot in basketball. You don't see Michael Jordan dominate or whoever, like Wemby last night, for example. But at the end of the day, that's the first time I have ever seen single-handedly a baseball player dominate and take over a game by himself. They could have kept him in if they wanted to. You know what I mean? He had that much control and that much stuff on the mound Friday night. And then him in the box, man, that last one, that third home run, inside corner, he go oppo. Just think of that. And it's not scraping over the walls. It's 10 rows deep on that third. Man, it was a phenomenal performance, man. Tip my hat. But overall, they're a juggernaut right now. They hard to deal with. Everything we thought the Dodgers was going to be before the season started, they're here now. Let
me ask you this, Al. A lot of people, I heard, scouring social media and stuff, and people say, "Oh, the Dodgers, this is so unfair." And it's look, listen, okay, so baseball is a little bit different than the other sports where there's no salary cap. But the Dodgers have done what? I looked at it. I think I sent you and NDA a thing about that chart. The Dodgers have spent money, but you got to look at where they spent the money at, right?
Yeah.
And so, as D does always talk about, what ROI, right? Your return on investment.
Yeah, the ROI. Yep.
And Shohei Ohtani not just also monetarily has, but that performance the other night, man, like you said, for the ages, the Dodgers have spent wisely on their free agents. The Yankees spent some money this year, and they've done in the divisional round. The Mets.
It's not only. I don't want to cut you off. It's not only they spend money on a free agent. They develop their players too. They homegrowns. It's not just their free agents, and a lot of folks. That's the perception is that they just go out here and spend money on anybody, but they only spend money on players that fit their system. You know what I mean? They fit their culture. You understand? So I didn't never think they was gonna go get Soto. He don't fit.
No,
he don't fit what they do. He don't fit how they play. And obviously you had Ohtani, you weren't gonna go put 500 on Soto. Well, they could, but I didn't think they would. But the pitching staff, like Snell could have got signed by anybody this offseason. They chose to.
Good old Snell.
I mean? Right. And now look, and then everybody was saying, a lot of the analysts and the people around baseball was saying, well, Snell had control problems, which he has
early on in his career,
right? Yeah. But at the end of the day, look what he's doing now. They trust their coaching, they trust their development.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the advantage that the Dodgers do have, they have a surplus of players coming over from Japan ready to go to LA because of the actual distance from that, how it works, and the West Coast, et cetera, et cetera. But outside of that, man, I don't believe in that notion or that narrative that they're ruining baseball. We spoke on the last show. I think it's great baseball. I always believe that. That's just my personal opinion. I felt like the Bulls of the 90s was great. I felt like the Yankees of the early 90s was great. That's just my personal opinion. I love it. I think it draws interest. It always feel like, that the underdog everybody's rooting for the underdog, to take down Goliath. And I don't believe David Goliath, I should say. But at the end of the day, Toronto, who they're about to face in the World Series, is top 5 in payroll too. Let's not act like, you know what I mean? No disrespect, Dan. It's not like they playing the Pirates, no disrespect. But at the end of the day, you got a slugger in the middle of their lineup that's making half a bill. You know what I mean? So this is, hey man, it is what it is. And who got home field advantage? Toronto.
Yeah.
They making it seem like the world is making it seem like this is like the Dodgers are unbeatable. They're not unbeatable. The Brewers was just a bad matchup. My Cincinnati Reds was a bad matchup. Philadelphia had their chances, and it just they didn't work out.
They threw the home plate.
Exactly. No pun intended. They dropped the ball.
They
right?
threw the whole plate
At the end of the day, but I believe that they're good for baseball. You know what I mean? I love owners who put their money in their actual organization and willing to spend. You getting this type of revenue, man, spend it. And you're trying to win. And they're trying to win. I can't knock it. I'm not for that narrative that they're
I'm with you on that one.
At all.
Let me get Dan ahead. Dan, you had your hand up. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the Dodgers pay. I think I saw the thing was like a $700 million salary for their team. They pay $150 million in luxury tax.
Yeah,
which is double what the Pirates spend in their entire roster. They pay more in taxes, double, than what they spend for their actual roster. The only thing I will say is, yeah, you need a villain, whatever. To me, they're just the Yankees of the West, where they're buying players. And that's great, but you're going to come to a situation where people are going to get tired of seeing the same team in the World Series every year, except for the team that goes every year.
Go ahead, Alvin.
I disagree. I totally disagree. We didn't get tired of the Yankees.
Maybe you didn't.
You got tired of the Yankees being in the World Series?
I've been tired of the Yankees for years.
The notion on the Yankees buying players in that Derek Jeter era, who did they buy?
A-Rod.
Like nobody, all of A-Rod 1 year, and they won the.
That was late.
That was
late. That was late.
But what I'm saying,
everybody else was not homegrown, but
homegrown.
Yeah, pretty much. They picked them up.
Was homegrown.
96 team. Jeter homegrown, Posada homegrown, Pettit homegrown. Who else? I think the only person on there they got is Paul
Posada, Bernie Williams.
Yeah, Bernie Williams.
Yeah, Paul O'Neill, who they got from the Reds. Wetland, who they got from the Expos.
Key contributors was homegrown.
Yeah,
the key contributors was homegrown.
But
I think
I'll say this, but spending money doesn't automatically make you,
No, we seen that. It doesn't mean that you will automatically win. We seen that before. That
I will say this in Dan's defense, and me and Dan has talked about that. His owner, I think the reason why Dan is sick of it, because his owner refuses to do what Alvin just said, put money back into the team. He won't do nothing. He just collects checks like he's on welfare. And I don't think that's right either. I mean,
well, Skeens is going to walk.
Well,
if he doesn't, he's already told him that.
I mean,
he put it out there. The city deserves a team on the field to win for this city. And if they're not going to spend money to get players in to make the team better, I mean, they had probably 5 guys, regulars, that were 200 batting average or less. How does Jack Sawinski have a starting position batting $165?
We lost Alvin.
Yeah,
but that's the thing that aggravates me. It's like,
I'm back with you. Sorry.
Yeah,
get all this money from all these other teams, and you can't bump the payroll 20 million, 30 million, and at least spend 100 million.
I'm on the notion that don't get into the business if you can't do right, if you can't spend money. Stay out.
No. It's not that he can't spend money. He wants to make money.
So I caught the back end of this conversation. Who wants to make money? You talking about the Pirates?
Yeah, the owner wants.
Okay, the owner of the Pirates. He
wants to make money instead of putting that money into players,
Right. I got you.
and getting better.
Sorry
we
about
got one of the best young pitching staffs in the league. And
I agree.
I saw a stat with Skeens. If they would have scored 3 runs in his starts, he would have been 35-2.
Yes.
If they score 4, he was like one loss and like 36 wins.
And Dan, I feel your pain though, for real, because at the same time, when does the commissioner have an obligation or duty to step in and say, "Hey, dog, you
got the least spin the floor"?
You got yes.
Yeah.
Well, that was been my drum that I've been beating for.
That's what I'm saying. So
3+ years.
Manfred is sitting here, and I'm like, come on. I mean, to Dan's, defense, it is true. You do get to see the same things, and that does at some point, Al. At some point, you're gonna get fatigued, depending on it. And we've seen it on different sports occasions. You see the same team, and after a while, you do get fatigued of them, and you wanting to see somebody else come up, and and then that's why you.
So let me ask you this: do you like the NBA? The way the NBA is going now, every year it's a new champion.
No, I do miss the dynasty type when we had a dynasty, and then the teams building was coming up, and you seen the team coming up. You seen them coming, like you having a good time now, but this team is coming. They about to take us out. I do miss that part, the grind of like we seen the Chicago Bulls, the grind to get through Detroit, to get to the Lakers. You seen the Detroit get through Boston. I do miss that part of it. Now, football's a little bit different. You got everybody has a chance, pretty much to.
Yeah. It's more parity in football than any other sport. Agree.
It is. So yeah, baseball. It would have been nice to see Milwaukee or Toronto, but I mean, listen. I mean, the Dodgers spend the money, man. I can't help it. That's just what it is. They spent money. They got pieces. It's not like they loaded up the whole team. They spent money on pieces to get the team right. I'm not mad at that. So
here's my thing: did the Mets spend money?
The Mets absolutely spent money, and it didn't do no good.
No good.
So
the playoffs.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
You don't spend money. You're in, you're out. You got to play the game at the end of the day. So
I say this. I am with Dan and Alvin. You said it too, man. You got to make these guys spin the floor, and I think that's going to be part of the issue with the next the collective bargain. Go ahead, Dan.
Now, on that point of the collective bargaining agreement, that is where they need to, like, if they're not going to have a floor, they at least should the agreement for this luxury tax should stipulate that a percentage has to go back into players. Like, he can't like pocket the money or do renovations or whatever with their luxury tax. A percentage of that needs to go back and be like, okay, if you're going to not spend the floor, you don't get the money. But if you spend just to the floor, then this tax money you get, then X percent needs to go back into salaries towards the players on your team.
All right. I can understand the argument. I'm just on the notion, man. Everybody got a chance, man. It's baseball. Basketball is a physical. No, man. Baseball is not a contact sport. You can't overpower me. You can't, you're not gonna intimidate me. Like, it's baseball. Anybody could get beat in baseball. I think we overreacted. When the Dodgers won it last year, right?
Mm-hmm. Against a very good Yankee team.
Very good Yankee team. The last time the Dodgers won was 2020, shortened season. Prior to that, when was the last time the Dodgers won the World Series?
Prior to that, was it 88?
I'm going. So my thing is, you won it in 2020, which is a shortened season. You could take it however you want. I put an asterisk on it, but that's
I don't count that. But I don't count nothing in 2020.
Especially in baseball, exactly.
Yeah,
in baseball, you can't pay 162. I don't understand it. So,
yeah.
But to each his own. It's in the books, right? Yeah. That counts.
That's my opinion. Your opinion.
Won it last year, and on the verge of going back. I mean, on the verge, they can win it this year. We don't know. The series starts tomorrow. Could lose. I mean, folks are just making it seem like it's guaranteed that they're going to win. Could lose. So you could lose this series starting tomorrow, and that means in the last 5 years, if you want to count it, the Dodgers won 2 World Series since 2020. And before that, they haven't won it since 92. And we're saying they're bad for baseball. How? So no team can win it. If any team win it in the past 3 chips or go to the World Series 3 or 4 times in a span of 6 or 7 years, we need to figure out a way to change the format.
Nah, I don't think. I think you just got to get better and beat them. I mean,
That's my opinion.
You just got to get better, and just what it is. If Philadelphia had their chance, like I said, at least it go into extra innings. Let me say that.
Don't change the format. Don't change the rules. Let's make Bryce Harper accountable. Show up. Nick Castellanos, show up. You know, Schwarber don't have just one good game in the best of 5 series. Show up. You start off 0-23.
Hey, all I can say is you just need to tip your cap to the Dodgers, and the Dodgers are very
good. Yeah.
I think they're great. I mean, this team is phenomenal. I mean, you just look at them, and I was like, Kev, I asked you about, Mookie Betts. I was trying to think, was he a free agent? I said, how in the world did Boston let him go? Like, how do you let this guy go? This guy, all he does is hit.
It was a bad decision when it happened, right?
Yeah. And then I'm looking at Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman cried. He barely didn't want to go to the Dodgers.
He didn't want to go to the Dodgers. You
His
remember
agent
he did that show.
Yeah.
His agent took him over. But now Freddie's a happy guy.
Freddie is still on the what's the highway out there? Yo, Freddie,
the 405, the 10.
Yeah. 405 and the 10.
Freddie got the top down. He owns LA.
Let me see the last World Series winner since Al brought it up. The Dodgers won last year, of course. The Texas Rangers in 2023. That's the first time they ever won. The Astros, they won it in 2022. The Braves won 2021. Dodgers won it in 2020. We put the Astros, right? The Nationals in 19. Red Sox 18. Astros won in 17. The Cubbies won for the first time in like 100 years. 2016. Royals won in 15.
Right, 2015. I remember. That's what Mets, right?
We can say the dynasty in the mid 2000s. You say the Giants. The Giants won in 14. The Giants won in 12.
Yeah, the Giants was good.
10.
Yeah.
And the last time the Yankees won was
2009.
In 2009. The Phillies in 8. Red Sox won in 7 again. On and on and on and on again. So
it's been pretty much
Phillies won it in 8, right? And they went back in 09. If I'm not mistaken, or is it 07, 08, or 08?
They won in 08 and they went back in 09 to face the Yankees, and that's when
nobody said Philly was ruining baseball. Yeah. Back-to-back years they went to the World Series. Nobody cared.
Oh, I think the fact that they didn't spend $700 million had something to do
so
with
it's the factor is the money to folks.
That's
crazy.
That the teams are not spending money. And
so if they spend the money and they lose, we're fine.
Oh,
they love like the Mets, right? We're fine with the Mets spending money because they don't and they lose.
Hey,
oh, I get it. Yeah,
if you're trying to win, you got to dance. Hey, at least show me that you're trying to win. But you keep on.
Exactly. And I'm a Reds fan.
I can take it. Right? I can take it from my team who spends money. I can get it. I can understand how you feel uncomfortable or you just tired of looking at this evil empire. You get tired of the Boston Red Sox. I got tired of them dudes too. Yeah.
But if you remember, the Red Sox hadn't won nothing in about 100 years.
Yeah, that's just because
Billy Buckner.
For us, it's because it's Boston. And we hate Boston. Shout out to Boston. But we don't when it comes to their teams. Yes. Start crying. Yeah, that's it.
Nah, good points. Al, what do you think about this? Did we talk about the AL? I know we stood on the national.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, the ALCS. Yeah, that was a good one, man. That was I mean, it wasn't a lot of great games within the series. You know, it was just that last game was just epic. You know, the game 7, that George Springer, man, that 7-inning 3-run home run. It was a lot of questionable manager decisions in that I should say by Seattle.
Not bringing in what's his name instead of
bringing in your top closer, man, and going to bed knowing that you didn't have your top tier closer in the game on a do or die matchup is wild to me, you know. But at the end of the day, Springer, man, the postseason, I think he has 19 home runs total. Some of it got asterisks beside it because of, you know, the Astro situation, them hitting the trash can, et cetera, et cetera. But at the end of the day, man.
Oh, I need that sound. Al, you just made me think of something. I need to get a trash can.
Yeah, but he's clutch though, man. He is clutch, brother. Like when he got on, when the 2-man was on and they bunted over, I'm sorry, first and second, Jimenez came and they bunted both of them over. Base was open. I could understand the philosophy. You don't want to put, you know, the winning run on base. Get that. But man, Springer coming up, man. I don't know. I think I would have took my chances of walking him because Vlad was not next. He was the batter after. So, but I understand the logic and the philosophy behind it. But something came over me, and I don't want to sound like LeBron when he said he knew that Kobe was going to score 81. I'm not saying that.
Alvin, why you even do that to me? Why you even brought that guy's name up? I can't.
At the end of the day, I had a feeling Springer was going yard, man. At least going to they were driving at least the time running. I had a feeling, man. He's built for this. He's built for October, and that's why I think it's going to be a great series. He's not scared. We know Vlad ain't scared. Bo Bichette should be back. So, hey, I think they're gonna be ready, man. I think they up for a challenge. I really do.
Okay. I think so. Your outlook on this World Series before you.
I got it. Money on the line. I'm still going to Dodgers. Let me preface myself with me saying all of that about Toronto. money on the line. I'm still going with the Dodgers, but I'm not rooting for the Dodgers. How about that? I'm rooting for Toronto. But money on the line, yeah. I mean, I have to bet on the Dodgers, man. They red hot, man.
I don't want to talk about money on the line. I don't.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got what?
Well, way you talk about money today?
Oh, exactly. I'm sorry. Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah. So you starting off, you know, that's that big three, man. You know, Ohtani, you know, Mookie, man, Freeman, Muncy. I mean, you go on and on, man. You know, Will Smith, who's underrated. How I don't know. That starting line, I mean, that starting rotation, man. You know, Yamamoto, Snell starting off game 1 against Savage, which is going to be interesting.
The reliever, and he's a
the Japanese. I forgot his name. Yeah, but he's Rozier. Yeah, he's truly a starter, but they just put him in the back end to close in the playoffs because he struggled as a starter. Then you got Glass now coming off the pen. It's a lot, man. Sheen coming out the pen, you know. Your fourth starter in the rotation is Ohtani.
Yeah, I mean,
which is the number one on majority of everybody's team. And I get it. I understand the pushback of they need to come with some regulations to keep them out of it. But until then, I think the owner's doing exactly what he should be doing.
But Toronto, in order for them, and this is just my opinion, they got to really beat. I mean, they got to go in there and really go in there and handle the Dodgers. If you know. Don't play around with them, and if you get an opportunity, take them out. As you know,
I think game 1 is. I know it's crazy to say in a 7-game series. I think game 1 is pivotal for the Blue Jays. I really do. I think it'll give them momentum. You know, it'll put a little. It's not a lot of pressure, but it'll put a little bit of pressure on the Dodgers. You know, they'll feel a little pressure about winning game 2.
Right.
You know, something.
Give them something to say, you know, not to think that it's going to be a cakewalk.
Yeah. I think game 1 is pivotal. But if they go out there in game 1 at home in Toronto and you get your doors blown out, it's going to feel like, here we go again, you know. And then it's going to put extra pressure on the game 2 starter, Toronto, because you're not going to do what you just did against Seattle and lose 2 at home and go to Seattle and win 2 out of 3. I don't think it's possible, in my opinion. So I think game 1 is very pivotal tomorrow.
Yeah. Awesome.
Go ahead. I meant to say, going back to Springer, I said, did Springer feel like a Joe Carter-esque feeling?
I was like, nah, dog, come on.
Was I reaching? Yeah, I heard it before, though.
I guess the difference, Joe Carter actually won the whole series. Well, it was
did.
game 6, right? That was it.
Mm-hmm.
The sound on the TV felt like it. I can tell you
Yeah,
that.
That's
Maybe because it's HD now. Joe Carter was standard. You know, I don't know.
You could be right.
But
I was watching it
man.
on a digital
Right.
analog.
You
I'm
could
sorry,
feel
analog
it.
TV.
Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could
yeah.
feel it coming off the screen. I can honestly say that. You know, but I guess for those fans that's in the crowd now, because a lot of them went around or wasn't
Yeah, they
even
don't
alive
remember.
to see the show. So yeah. But I think it's gonna be a good series, guys. Man, I really believe it's, in my personal opinion, it's gonna go at least 6 or 7.
Gotcha.
I don't think it's gonna be a short one. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's gonna be a short one.
Awesome. Anything else, Al, before I let you go here?
No, that's about it, man. I think it's gonna be a great series. Like I say, I think it's gonna be it's gonna surprise a lot of casuals who think that it's going to be a cakewalk because, the perception of the Dodgers and how they spend money, et cetera, et cetera. But at the end of the day, the team with the best record get the home field advantage, and the team with the best record in this series is the Toronto Blue Jays. And I know I said the same thing about the Brewers, but I didn't think the Brewers had a chance. But this team here got bats, man. 8 guys in their lineup have a 735 or up OPS. So
wow. Yeah.
They're ready, man. I think they're ready, and I think it's going to be exciting. So, looking forward to it, man.
Got you, ladies and gentlemen. He's Mr. Alvin Clausen, contributor for Major League Baseball. Appreciate you, Al.
No problem, man. Y'all have a great one, man, and y'all get into that discussion of the NBA, and I'll be watching.
We'll talk to you later, Al. Thank you, Al.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Later, man.
Later.
Oh man, this is good, man. This is good, man. D does have to fix his thing. I think his microphone, but he should be good, man. Dan, would you want to do hockey before we get into this stuff? We haven't heard no hockey, man. I did some things, man, but you're the hockey guy.
Oh, we can.
Yeah, let's go get into hockey first before we get into the other stuff. So,
I mean, we're super early in the season.
yes.
We're most teams have played 6, 7, 8 games somewhere in there. But the main teams are still going to be the main teams, I think. But
The Avalanche are hot.
yeah, I was looking, just going through the standings, and it's kind of wild to me, like just looking at this, like if you remember how last season ended and which teams made the playoffs and that kind of thing. And then like, I'm just looking now, like the Atlantic, which is like Tampa, Ottawa, Boston, the Sabres, the Leafs, Panthers, Red Wings, and Canadiens. And if you told me that Montreal is number 1 in that division with 12 points in 8 games, Detroit is number 2 with 10 points at 5-2 in 7 games. And then the third team is Florida at 4-4 with 8 points. That's your top 3, like your playoff teams there. But like Tampa, they're number 8. Ottawa, they're 7. I mean, I know Brady Tkachuk's, got a wrist issue and probably going to be out a month. Boston's kind of going through a rebuild period. Buffalo's Buffalo. They should be getting better, but they're 5. It's early. But kind of my favorite stinker in that division is the Leafs. And they did a little bit, to kind of change, the big 4. Marner is no longer there. He's in Vegas. I did see recently that they re-signed Stolars. I think it was a 4-year deal, maybe 3 or 4 year deal, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been really good for them. Last season in the playoffs when he got run and got the concussion, that kind of stalled their playoff hopes. But they've started out kind of slow. Like Matthews, he's got, I think, 6 points in 7 games, but he's been real quiet. Matthew Knives, he's been playing really well, filling in for, Marner. And maybe that's it, because Marner was on the top line with Matthews and was kind of the setup guy. And, now he's not there, and they're trying to figure out that top line. And I watched my good buddy, well, not my buddy, but one of the guys I love to watch, YouTube, the Steve Dangle Podcast Network with Adam, Jesse, and Steve. I watched one. I guess it was. They played San Jose or Seattle the other night, and they lost. And Mason Marchment ran over Stolars. And Carlo, the defenseman for Toronto, just stood there and did absolutely nothing. And Steve, I feel bad for him. He was absolutely losing his mind, which he rightfully should. Like, one of the stalwarts that's like, unwritten rules in baseball.
Right.
It's kind of an unwritten rule in hockey. You run the goaltender over, prepared to catch some knuckles.
Yes.
And, and I saw, like, they showed the little presser, and he was like, well, the referee said they had a penalty, and I didn't want to, lose the power play. Man, who cares about the power play? You need to handle business when someone runs your best player.
Heck, I've seen where the goaltender back in the days, what was it, Ron Hextall? One time,
right.
he handled business by himself.
Robbie Brown for the Penguins scored a goal years ago when Mario was still playing, and he chased him into the corner after he scored. He was a hothead, but he was a very good goaltender. But this, early on, like, they got to figure out their identity. They got to get tougher. You can't let somebody run over your best, goaltender. Like, that would be like someone running Borowski or
100%.
Ottinger or something like that. That just can't fly. And then, moving on to the Metro, it's, Carolina has only played 6 games, sorry. They're 5-1. They got 10 points. They're second, and New Jersey's right ahead of them, 6-1 with 12 points. And then the Penguins, of all teams, are 5-2, which they're playing Florida tonight. They're up 1-0 in the first. They're doing really well, early season. And I don't know how teams missed on Brazo. This guy's like 6'6" forward. Like, when I saw some of the people they picked up, I'm like, oh, crap, here we go. It's going to be a long year.
Right.
But like Anthony Mantha, he's a big guy. Malkin and Brazo are on a line. And it's all 6 foot plus, 200 pound plus. And they've been playing really well as of late. So that's encouraging. And they got a couple, was it Brunicki, the defenseman, rookie playing, and is it Kendall, the forward? I think he's only 18. He's been playing well. Jari hasn't looked too, hasn't let any real stinkers in yet this year. And Sheilov, that actually watched him win the Calder Cup in Charlotte last year.
Oh, yeah, you talked about that crazy goal, too.
Yeah. And he's, he was with Vancouver organization, and they picked him up. He's got a shutout. I think he shut out your Rangers first game.
Who hasn't?
Yeah, pretty much. and not to poo-poo on them, but
what you will. Go ahead.
it was 2-0 San Jose. Now it's 2-1. So you've got 2 goals in 5 games. Let's go Rangers.
Hold on. Hold on. Shout out to the Broadway Blues.
But they're 6th in the division. They're 3-4-1 with 7 points. Philly's ahead of them, and so's Washington. And then you got Columbus at 7, and the Islanders in the 8th slot in the Metro. And then moving on to the Central, which, like, it's been so long I can't remember. But, like, we talked about, like, some coaches moving, like the Penguins coach, Sullivan. He went to New York. They got Rick Tocchet now in Philadelphia. And it's going to take them a little bit of time to, ingrain the team with, how they want to play. But I do know you guys absolutely miss Chris Kreider because he's already got 3 power play goals this year.
Yeah. They
and you guys desperately need goals
and scoring, correct.
But out in the Central, Colorado's leading the way. They got 12 points. Winnipeg Jets, they lately, the Hellebuck is a goaltender. They got Jonathan Taves, the ex-Chicago Blackhawk, who was out, I think, a year or two with some health stuff. He signed with Winnipeg. He's been playing well. And then Utah Hockey Club. Why they have it as Utah Hockey Club on TSN is beyond me.
First, the Mammoth kid.
It should be the Utah Mammoth.
Yeah,
which I absolutely loved when they brought out the mascot and broke him out of the ice cube.
Yes,
Tusky.
They did a good job on that one.
That was pretty cool. But the 4th team in that division right now is Chicago. Yeah, they got 8 points. They're
awful last year. Yep.
And I think that's kind of the growing pains. When you have young players, is they got to get experience. They got to learn to fail to succeed. And I believe Nazar is the rookie that they got, and him and Bedard have been playing really well. So that's a pleasant surprise to see Chicago doing well. Then 5th, we got St. Louis. 6th is Minnesota. They dropped that big contract, $17.5 million a year for Kaprizov. But they're 3-4-1 right now. This is kind of a shocker. Dallas is 7, 3. And there's a trend. A lot of these teams have made the playoffs, so that's struggling. Or not struggling, but 500.
Right.
Florida's 500. Obviously, 500. Carolina, 7. And Vegas, 7. Colorado. Then seeing Dallas all the way down to 7. I mean,
then your sound might be going in and out.
Okay. But it's super early.
Yeah.
And then, not a whole lot of expectations for Nashville. They're 8th in that division. And then kind of the same thing, you go over to the Pacific, the Knights are leading that division 5-0-2 for 12 points. Surprise. Canucks, they got a lot of injuries, but they're 2nd with 8 points. Then another surprise, you got Seattle at 3rd with 8 points. And then 4th is the Anaheim Ducks. They've been kind of at the bottom the last few years of that division. And then same thing. Edmonton's played a whole lot of hockey the last 2 years, going to the finals and losing both of them to Florida. They're 3-3-1. The Kings at number 6, the Flames, and then you got the Sharks at number 8. They only have 2 points, no wins, and they are beating the Rangers 2-1 at the moment.
Sir, it's 3-1, and I think they're about to give San Jose a win tonight. Yeah, I just checked for you.
Damn.
Still the first period.
Whew, that's gotta hurt. But so we got like Marner's doing well in Vegas. I think he's 2nd or 3rd. I think he's 3rd on that team because you got Eichel, Stone, and then him. He's 3rd in scoring on that team. And I did see what was it? The Colorado game. Who did they play the other night? Was it Utah?
I believe it was Utah. I'll bring it up for you.
Yeah, Nate just tried to dump the puck in. It hit the defenseman's skate, popped back to him. He went down the boards below the faceoff dot, and he probably had about maybe that much room, short side on the goalie, and he grazed it off to the side of the helmet, top shelved it for a goal to tie the game. But I think they end up losing in overtime.
Yeah, the Mammoth won that game 4-3.
Yeah, I think because I think it went to overtime and they lost. But one cool thing, and it's a couple hours away, or about an hour away, that Carolina and Colorado play tonight. And if you haven't watched hockey for a while, maybe you watched it in the late 80s, it'd be a good time to tune in because I think Colorado's wearing their
Yes.
Quebec Nordiques jerseys.
Yes, they are.
And Carolina is going to wear their Hartford Whaler jersey. So that will be pretty cool. But like, we're not even a tenth of the way into the season. This could all change. You know, we'll see. You know, like Florida, they don't have Matthew Tkachuk or Barkov. I think Barkov's probably going to be done for the year. Probably be another month before Tkachuk comes back. But they've been treading water. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But you know, you got a lot of young guys in the league, a lot of fast guys in the league. So we'll see, you know, how some of these older teams like Tampa Bay, if they can keep up with the young folks.
Yeah, Tampa Bay is currently last in the the Eastern
the Atlantic.
Yeah. So, anything else, Dan? Before we go on to the news.
No, I know you guys talked about Atlanta getting another team.
Yes, please. And yes, we dived in that a little bit. And I absolutely said Dan should be here to kind of intertwine with that. You heard of our opinions. I said, let me just set it up for you. This will be Atlanta's third try if the NHL does this again of putting a franchise in Atlanta. Now they said this team will be north of the greater Atlanta metropolitan area, kind of, I want to say where the Braves play at now, just north of downtown Atlanta. Go ahead, Dan.
I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, why? I mean, like north of the city, you know, maybe a little less congestion, a little bit easier for folks to get in and out of the arena, that type of thing. You know, maybe that's what a lot of the problem was with them playing downtown. You know, just because that place is a nightmare with traffic any time of day.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that helps them. But, you know, I'm probably one of the few. I'd like to see another Canadian team.
Well, you heard me, Quebec.
You know, you got Quebec. You could put one in Hamilton. You know, there's a lot of other places they could go. But like the buy-in fee you guys were talking about, that's just crazy. Like it was.
Oh yeah, well I read that last week about the their buy-in fee, and Mike made a joke. He said, "Man, not only do you have to buy in, but you got to give dough up for the arena, which is another $500 million, I think I read." So yeah,
but any of these teams, if they're gonna expand, I would really love for them to have their stadium or the arena, whatever you want to call it, wherever they're going to play, done when they start. Because, you know, with Utah, when they were the Coyotes, you know, bouncing around from different cities inside of Arizona, you know, it's hard to get a fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you do get one, it's hard to continue it if you keep moving it. So like wherever they're going to play, whether it's Houston, whether it's Atlanta, Quebec, or whatever, they got to have the arena already ready to go.
Gotcha. What they said, the new Atlanta hockey team could possibly play at the Gathering in South Forsyth, a mixed-use development incorporated Forsyth County, according to the Atlanta News First at the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Forsyth County has approved the necessary agreements for the project, which is designed to attract an NHL expansion team. Notes Atlanta's News First .com. Location development is located in unincorporated Forsyth County at the intersection of Georgia Highway 400 and Union Hill Road. For all my folks down there in the area, the plant arena will have an 18,500 seat capacity and be specifically designed for NHL play. The next steps will be the new project's proponents are working to present their completed package to the NHL in hopes of securing a expansion franchise. And I will say for the third time, after the Flames left for Calgary, after the Thrashers left for where did they go to, Dan? Not Ottawa.
Winnipeg, wasn't it?
Winnipeg, which Winnipeg left and went to Arizona, and Arizona went to
Utah.
So go follow the leader. Follow the leader. I'm look at that. I got that right. Look at all that movement, man. So it's just what it is. What else you got for us, Dan?
Well, that's it. There's no scandals yet. Well, I'm just gonna put the news out, and then we'll move on. But one of the 5 from the Canadian under 20 team or 17 team, whatever it was, that had their trial, got acquitted or whatever.
Yes.
Did Carter Hart sign with a player tryout contract? I think it was with Vegas, which ruffled some feathers, but we're not going to get into that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, he's Dan Carey. He's the hockey dude. Mike Mills, what's up, man? How are you tonight, sir?
Chilling, man, chilling.
Oh, I didn't get no greetings and salutations tonight. Okay, must not be a greetings and salutation tonight.
he must have saw those strays going by with his Mets.
I ain't thinking about them. It's the off season for a reason. Once they get eliminated, I don't pay them no attention until they do something dumb.
Yeah, tell him, Mike. It's Nick time.
I ain't no Knicks fan. Y'all know that.
Oh, my bad. Well, it's Nick's time, dog.
It's next time. Let me move on to the news, man. And probably the only thing in news we'll discuss here. Let me just set it up here. This is from CBS Sports. 2 prominent figures in the NBA. I'll be reading a couple of sources here. So this is from CBS Sports. The prominent figures in the NBA: Chauncey Billups, head coach of the Portland Trailblazers, and Terry Rozier, guard for the Miami Heat, were arrested in connection with a federal probe into illegal sports betting and gambling. The arrests were part of a coordinated action by the FBI spanning 11 states and involving more than 30 individuals. Billups is tied to an illegal high-stakes poker game ring involving organized crime, La Costa Nostra, as they say, while Rozier is tied to a sports betting ring in which inside information, injuries, illness, player pullouts were used to drive wages. The betting scheme involving Rozier and others reportedly spanned from December 2022 through March 2024 and included 7 NBA games flagged by authorities. And one holiday game on March 23rd, 2023, Hornets versus the Pelicans, Rozier allegedly pulled himself out early with $200,000 wagered on a prop bet under his stats. The league responded by placing both Billups and Rozier on immediate leave and emphasized that the integrity of the game is their top priority. Commissioner Adam Silver has publicly called for tighter regulations around prop bets and pointed out vulnerabilities around two-way players and less-known props. Billups and those tied to the poker ring allegedly used advanced cheating mechanisms. Dig this: X-ray tables, marked cards with chips in them, shuffled machine signals to defraud wealthy, as they call them, the victims, fish in the illegal poker games. Rozier's attorney stated his client believed he was cooperating with law enforcement and has been cleared by the NBA previously, calling the arrest a surprise to him. The broader implication, this investigation underscores the increasing scrutiny on sports betting, prop bets, inside information, and the intertwining of illegal gambling operations with professional sports. For the NBA and sports betting ecosystems, the case may lead to stricter oversight, more robust monitoring of betting patterns, and possibly new NBA league policy moves. For fans and bettors, it raises questions about the transparency of injuries, player status decisions, and how those may affect betting lines, props, and integrity outcomes. Let me just go along. I got something else here to read. There's a lot to get into here, so just bear with me here. And then another thing surfaced about a couple hours ago, and this is from Yahoo Sports, from who is the author right here. Is not listed. This is from Yahoo Sports around 5 o'clock Eastern this afternoon. This article reports that LeBron James has been inadvertently, just want to say this, inadvertently pulled into this major gambling investigation with the NBA. His longtime friend and former assistant coach Damon Jones is alleged in federal documents to have sold confidential injury information about James to sports betting rings. A specific example, on February 9th, 2023, Jones allegedly texted a bettor claiming James would miss a game due to injury, and then James did not play and the opponent won. Jones also allegedly provided a false tip about another Lakers star injury status in January of 2024, leading to a failed $100K bet. The scandal is described as part of the mafia-linked sports betting operation that is under federal investigation. Importantly, there is no, I'm going to read this again, there's no allegation that James knowingly participated in the wrongdoing, only that his injury status was leveraged by others. And the implications does a couple of things. It raises serious questions about the integrity of injury disclosures in pro sports. Let me read that again. Raises serious questions about the integrity of injury disclosures in pro sports. Potential reputational risk from James and the Lakers, even no wrongdoing on his part. Pressure on the NBA and teams to tighten information security around players' health statuses. How, and they say something about watching points, how the NBA responds publicly and whether there will be a policy change, whether Jones or other implicated cooperate, and what additional names emerge. Any impact on teams, internal protocols, and the broader betting gambling oversight and landscape will be pointed out. Public perception, it's just what it is. It's a sports scandal. I know I read a lot, know there's a lot to get into. I'll just give my little thing. So when I saw this, my phone was just going crazy this morning with notifications, ding, 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 ding. And I said, all right, sports gambling. We have talked about sports betting on this show quite a few times. DA, who I call Mr. Conspiracy Theory, man, he always talks about the impropriety of betting and things of that nature. I basically just want to say this. When you watch sports, you want to make sure that's on the up and up and nobody's on the take, as they would say. So we had things, notable betting scandals in sports. You had the 1919 Black Sox scandal where they threw the World Series, right? And then modern times, you got Payrolls, who was banned for life he was betting on the Reds. And they got a sign up in the thing that says, "Hey, no betting." It's clear to see. It's clear to say. Shaq tweeted something out. They have a rookie symposium about betting. Don't do it. Better not do it. And Chauncey, I'll just say this about Chauncey Billups. Even though his thing is not connected so with the NBA, the allegations alone, man. You're guilty till proven innocent.
Is he coaching tomorrow? Or?
I don't believe he probably will be coaching, sir.
From a jail cell?
I think
shout out to Chauncey, man. I thought Chauncey.
Shout out to Chauncey.
Chauncey's a good dude, man. I don't know. I'm just saying from his time being in the league, he's been a stand-up guy. So from what we see from the league, now, if you want to talk about what he allegedly or what is saying that he's been accused of, that might be something different. Then I can see you saying, "Shout out to Chauncey." Yeah, I understand what you said, but I'm shocked that his name got. I'm shocked from what I know of him, his name getting pulled up into this mess. So this is a crazy time. But again, Kev, like you said, we have talked about this sports betting and how close it's getting, and it's only going to take one person or two or 31 people to be involved in some foolery, and here we go. And it jumped off this morning. I mean, this so much so that you got the FBI director leading the charge, and
Kash Patel, shout him out.
Yeah,
don't shout him out.
Thomas, I don't know, whatever, man, But anyway, he, he got a job to do. Everybody got a job to do. So whatever the case is, it is what it is. So.
This pro was going on for 4 years, from what the they said earlier, from what the suits, as I call them, the suits stood up there this morning. They was probing this for 4 years, and that's
they was already blame Trump, and I'm like, dude, it's 4 years ago. He wasn't even the president, dog. He's not the president. Come on, stop.
I'll just say this, man. there is a thing called the long arm of the law, and it sometimes catches you. But what's crazy is, let me just get to the allegations with Chauncey Billups, right? And how they say he allegedly lured people to play. Yo, man, if I don't know, maybe I'm just different, man. Maybe I'm just not I'm rich. I mean, hey man, I get an opportunity to play sports play poker with a former NBA player, stuff like that, and I lose my shirt every night. Dang, there's something wrong with that. It's like every night I'm losing 10K. Hey, come on back again and hey,
time to choose a new game to play.
Every night. And go ahead, Mike.
Look at the society we live in. I'm gonna even give you an example from TV. Remember My Wife and Kids? Remember that show? Remember how crazy he was going for a chance to play one-on-one with Michael Jordan? Yeah. Remember how crazy he was going? And this was before sports gambling and all that stuff. I mean, of course it was going on, but this was way before it was legal. So these people, and we have Instagram, all this other stuff, because these celebrity people are not as far away as you think anymore, right? Just the right tweet or the right like or the right repost can put you in the wrong place. So,
facts,
he set the bait. Yeah, man, come play this poke. And then like D-Dub said, Chauncey Billups was known as a good guy, right? So, and then you heard him talk. He's confident. He's personable. So people like that. They think, oh yeah, So I could believe it. I could see it both ways.
Go ahead, Mike. Excuse me, Dan. Your thoughts on this whole thing going on?
Well, let's first put that out there. Who thought this would ever be a problem when they brought in sports betting as a sponsor to every professional sport?
Right.
That's the only time I run.
Yeah.
But when they started going, like football, they do the same thing with beginning of the year. Hey, don't do this, don't do that, no betting in the building, blah blah blah. And every year, what happens? Somebody catches a 6-game suspension for violating the betting policy. So it's no shock, I don't think, to any of us that this is coming out or something happened. Because weren't we talking, I don't know, last NCAA basketball season?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
About guys shaving points, like in a smaller school. So to me, like, whenever they introduced that it was okay to bet and blah, 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 that you just knew at some point somebody was going to mess up, right? And now we're seeing that. We're seeing, unfortunately, the lights are on the NBA, but it's not exclusive, I guarantee it, just to the NBA. I'm sure, it's one of those things where some of these sports, looking, case in point, just watching back the Steeler game against Cincinnati, where DK's butt cheeks are on the ground and he has the ball, and then he turned around and called an interception. Now, you think, that's just, it's a play, that's just the way they called it, blah, blah, blah. But now you got to go back and go, was that to influence some sort of bet? Was it done by the referees to do it? Was it done by the player to do it? That kind of thing. So that's, and what was my Chiefs jersey? A referee shirt with a Chiefs logo. Because why? Because everybody was complaining that the referee's in the Chiefs' pocket, and that's why they win. So now it's just, when something like this comes out, when you watch something and you're like, case in point, the other night, I'm trying to think who it was. It was Colorado, the Avalanche, and it might have been the Utah game.
Oh, that we just talked about. Okay.
So the guy passed the puck up the boards to the defenseman at the blue line, right? You had two Colorado players going to the bench, and they were being lazy, taking their sweet ass time to get off the ice. Well, the Avs player pressed that defenseman, and when it came off the boards, the puck was rolling. The Utah player pulled the puck back and knocked it back into his zone. Technically, that's an onside play, even if Colorado's still in the zone, because Utah played it back in the zone. What happens? Colorado gets the puck off that flub. The guy goes in. He passes it to Landeskog. He scores. They go to video review, and they come back. And I think Buccigares was him and one of the lady commentators were working the game. And they talked to Dave Jackson, the rules expert. And he had talked to Toronto, where they do the war room for all reviews. They said that the pressure from the Avs player made him fumble the puck.
Wow.
And deemed it offside. And I'm like, he never touched the puck. Utah put it back in the zone. So, like, that kind of play, it's like, I may be slow at times, but when Colorado didn't play the puck back in, Utah did. That's an onside play. That goal should count. But just because he got pressured, they waved it off. And that made no sense to me. But now what we're talking about, stuff influencing the game, does that come into play?
Right.
Because they eventually tied it, like we talked about with Natchez, and then lost in overtime. But, you got to wonder now. Anytime you get these calls that you're kind of like, I don't know. And it's going to keep happening. And there's going to be more probably spotlight and emphasis on when this kind of stuff happens that people are like, I don't get this. It doesn't make sense to me. So we'll see. But, I mean, I know the four of us, there should be no shock whatsoever that this is coming out.
Oh, no.
I got a list of names if the FBI want to talk. I got a list of names of people and incidents I could think of off the top of my head where I know it was fixed. I watched Daniel Jones on Monday night look at Matt Breida, because everybody had Matt Breida for receiving yards. He looked at him and ran forward and didn't get the first down and lost the game. Can't tell me that wasn't fixed. I watched Amen Thompson leave the game with cramps 2 nights ago, but every time the Rockets made a big play in overtime, he was jumping up and down clapping, but this man got cramps. He left the game with cramps, but he's doing calisthenics on the sideline. He's no massage gun, not trying to bump it out. No, he's standing at the scorer's table, and then he's running back and forth. I don't want to hear it. I've watched De'Aaron Fox get right to his point line and miss every free throw after and not get fouled again. I've seen him do that. All of this stuff is rigged. I watched Joel Embiid score 4 points last night. I watched Jared Allen only get 4 rebounds when the Knicks had half a big. Listen, this stuff is rigged. It's been like this. And they ain't going after the NFL because it's too much money. It's too many billionaires. So the NBA is the low-hanging fruit right now. So they going after them first. But I just watched Luke McCaffrey get 0 yards and the Commanders had no receivers. I don't want to hear it. Anybody who think it's not true is crazy. This stuff, it been like this.
DA is not crazy.
Gotcha. D-Dubs, you just added something down there at the thing. You sent that to the chat. Go ahead.
I don't know. Can you hear me if I still sound like I'm frying or what?
You still sound like you're frying chicken.
Sizzling.
Yeah, you sizzling a little bit.
Yeah.
They got bacon over there.
Turn the games down, everything.
Just make sure the connections are tight.
Yeah. Now go ahead,
Yeah.
Kev. I'll come back.
Yeah, okay, got you. Ryan's with us. Who else joined us here? Ryan, what's up, brother? How are you tonight, sir?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Not much, man. We just got into talking about the big news for the day. Just, if you want to go ahead and dive in and give your take, D-Dubs will be back here in a second. His microphone.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay. Yeah. I mean, listen, man. This stuff has been going on for years. It's not just because now there's legal gambling. There's been offshore gambling and illegal books. I mean, we've seen it from Pete Rose to the coach. I mean, to the referee Donaghy. It's always been like this. It's gonna stay. I mean, you're gonna do it until you get caught. But now, like I said, because now and I'm not saying everybody does it. Obviously, everybody doesn't do it, but it's an addiction. It's a high. Stuff like that, gambling, and even if you have money, gambling is an addiction that gives you a certain high. So when people say, "Oh, how can you do that? You have so much money." I'm like, I get it, but when it's an addiction to you, you don't see it. But yeah, like I said, man, and like I said, I can make the point that because now it's legal gambling and it's legalized, that now there's even more eyes on it. So you have to be careful. I mean, obviously you can't bet on your sport, right? And we saw what happened to Pete Rose. I'm not even gonna mention stuff about Michael Jordan. Not gonna go there. I know that's taboo for some people.
Sound like you did, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, but we all know why he left. Yeah, So, yeah, it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. And I'm not surprised. Anybody shocked about this? I'm not.
No, we've been saying it.
Nah. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
We've been saying it. It's been questionable. Stuff that's been very, very questionable. Mike just alluded to several things. So,
yeah.
I got a list. Holla at me. I got more. That was just the beginning. Right. I got more names.
Yeah,
Please,
but
at me.
But it's can you prove it? Is there a paper trail? Is there you on tape talking to somebody? Are you making bets with your phone? I mean, the tape. Yeah, can you hear me?
I got something for you. Hold on.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, my bad.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's just like you guys know. You got it's what you can prove. So
100%.
So I'm not surprised at all, and I'm not moved by it in any way, shape, or form. I mean, we've seen this for years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got a question though.
Yeah.
Kev, you think you have read something earlier? Do you think the NBA will? I know the NFL usually holds the injury report to a later date. With all this coming down, will they start because of the LeBron thing? All right, he's telling James Jones, "Hey, I'm not gonna play." He tells somebody else. Are they gonna start holding the reports of people who's being injured or who's not gonna play that game till the last minute?
You just Ryan. Go ahead, Ryan.
Oh well, yeah. There's
Anyway.
also a report. Yeah, there's also a report too with Damian Jones that he told people LeBron wasn't going to play and he played. Right. Yeah, and they lost money and they wanted the money back.
Yeah, we read that earlier. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So so one, that's on you if you want to believe him or not believe him. You can't be like, "Hey, I want my money back because what he told you was false." No, it don't work like that. That's why it's called gambling. You know what I mean? Like,
sounds like an ex-girlfriend that says he got the drugs in the house too.
Yeah, like
all of a sudden, he got the drugs in the house now.
Yeah, like it's gambling, man. Like, you're gonna win and you're gonna lose, but you're gonna lose more than you win. It's just the way it is. The house always wins. Always win. So, but these guys gotta be. you know, they got to be careful because you don't think they have the technology now to know who's doing what and not doing what. And they're just letting you get away with it just so you can dig yourself a deeper ditch. Let it accumulate. Let it accumulate. We're not gonna get you unless we can really get you. So, you know, I don't feel bad for nobody. Who I do feel bad for is the people at Chauncey Billups at the poker games. I mean, dude, you get invited to a poker game and dude, that was on an episode of Sanford and Son.
Hey, you got X-ray machines, dog. You got
Yeah. Oh, Ryan, I love you, bro.
Listen,
You remember that episode? Yes.
I remember that episode. Let me tell you. Lamar invited 3 of his friends to poker night, right? 3 of his friends to poker night, and they were cleaning them out, right? And then Fred told him, like, hey, Lamar, I'm telling you, Lamar, they're cheating. Lamar, they're cheating. He's like, no, they're not cheating, Pop. I got it. Fred sent Lamar to the grocery store to get more beer. He came back, and Fred wiped them all out because he had glasses that could read the cards.
hey.
That's what they were doing at these poker games for high stakes. Like, nah, Chauncey Billups got He's in a lot of trouble, bro. A lot of trouble.
And that's a good point. You know, I just want let's be clear. Like Chauncey Billups, that his illegal poker is different from Terry Rozier. Somebody said Rozier.
Fraud alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally different. You know, he's playing. This guy's playing poker with some high stakes people, and yeah, you're right.
Well, it's two different scenarios. You know what I'm saying? One has nothing to do with basketball. You know what I'm saying?
But they just ain't caught him yet. Don't worry, he involved too. They just ain't saying
he might be. But
I watched them players early all the time.
But we can't just go assuming stuff like that. That's something to not go out saying he's involved, and you know what I'm saying? That's kind of reckless.
You know,
even though you believe that. But
you think that he might be something else, but there's no evidence pointing to that, so we'll leave it like that.
I mean, we can assume it, but
yeah.
I mean, assumption is an assumption. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's already illegal to hold these kind of high stake poker tournaments, and he's doing it with the mafia. Man, they started rattling off names that he was in cahoots with. I thought I was back in the watching The Godfather.
Goodfellas.
Or Goodfellas. That's what it is. Damn, one of them two. I'm like the score Zangy, this and that. It sounded like I was watching Boardwalk Empire.
Yo, great. Love that show, by the way.
Hey,
I mean,
I can tell you this though, from experience through the job, if the feds pick it up, they only picked it up because they know they can win. So, like you said, he's in real trouble because if they didn't think they could convict, they wouldn't have charged him.
Not only are you holding an illegal gambling ring, poker ring, you're also cheating them. You're not even giving them a fair shot to win. Like, that's fraud. What else is it? It's just so much, man. Like,
if you wanted me to get a case, a charge sheet, I'll get one for you here in a second. Scheme to defraud,
obtain property, false pretense.
Yeah.
A whole lot.
But on a federal level, and like you said, Ryan, that luring people in. We talked about it a little bit early before you came in. Hey, I'm trying.
Okay.
No, you're good. But you would think, hey, nice guy. Oh man, I'm gonna play poker with the high stakes guys. And then the next 3 weekends, man, my pockets are lighter, man. I lost 10K every time I go there. I lose 10K, man. What's really going on? What's happening, man? And
yeah, you start saying, man, I know I'm not this bad. Let me try again. My luck gotta change, and that's what gamblers do.
That's what happens right there.
That's the addiction.
Right there. Nah, I know I'm better than that.
So an addict is an addict. Whether you're making $10,000 a year or you're making $50 million a year, you're just betting more.
Instead of $5.
I like to bet. I'm not an addict, but I'm the good thing. Like I said, the good thing about me is I'm cheap as hell. But I mean, it's yeah, man. I mean, we have our little poker, our little fun little poker games with each other, little $5, $50 buy-in, and you know look how serious we take that, Kev, and we take it serious, and I can't even imagine that they're just getting swindled and cheated out of money, man. That's horrible.
Yeah.
But in the case of Rozier, he's he's done. He's done.
That's his case. His case, he's done.
He's done.
Hey, hold on.
But at least he's not. But at least he's not going to prison. He's not going to prison. I mean, yeah, his career might be over or whatever.
NBA ban for life. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean,
it's better than prison. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, he probably loses his pension.
Oh yeah,
all that stuff. Yeah. Now Chauncey,
but
man, that's different, bro.
Again, you had said this in the chat earlier this morning. We was talking, and yeah, I mean, I can't blame the NBA because the NBA has plastered this stuff all over the place. They have symposiums, as Kevin, you said, you mentioned that earlier about the ramifications, the consequences of doing this stuff with gambling and all this other stuff.
All sports had that stuff when they locker room stuff.
So it's up to you. You as the player, you decided to do this. This is on you.
Right. So the NBA covers itself when and sports franchise cover themselves when they have it plastered all over the place. Everybody knows you're not supposed to do it. Everybody knows. Yeah. All these leagues knew that some people are doing it and going to get caught. They know, but that doesn't stop them. The bottom line of them profiting off of legal gambling.
Hey Ryan, your man, what's his name? Sterling? Not Sterling. What's the commissioner's name? Good gracious.
Adam Silver?
Silver News. Silver was on McAfee about 2 days ago, and he was talking about this sports gambling and things that needs to change. And it just he was that's just my opinion. I think he was giving a heads up like, hey, this is about to go down.
Right. Well, and you got to understand too, the illegal sports books. The illegal sports book made like $80 billion. Mm-hmm. 80 billion. So these sporting leagues see that like, how can we regulate it? Because people are gonna gamble anyway, whether you believe it's fixed or not. You're still gonna do it because it's an addiction
now. So
yeah, like I mean, the government can get involved in like cracking down if you're
just talking about the regulation of it now, because this thing is, from what I understand, it's different in every state. So everything the gambling how you say it, the rules and regulations of something is different in every state. So I think
it's state governed.
Right. So they're going to get in here and change
like for instance, here in South Florida, it's the Seminoles who run the sports book. You know what I'm saying? So they have different legalities, different rules. So yeah, so I'm not surprised, and frankly, I don't care. To be honest with you.
Are you okay with the NCAA approving a rule change that came Wednesday that they will allow athletes and the athletic department staff members to bet on professional sports 2 weeks after the Division I cabinet approved the change? Division II and Division III management councils signed off on it, allowing the new rules to go into effect November 1st. So apparently, NCAA they're gonna let the kids get in.
I like, as long as you're not betting on your sport that you're playing or you're affiliated with, I don't see the problem. Like, no, just if you're in the NBA, you can't bet on games. If you work for the NBA, you can't bet on games because you have insider
information.
It's the same thing as like stocks and all this stuff. It's the same thing.
Yep.
Like, and there's going to be people who get caught. Yeah, you're gonna get caught. Some people are not gonna get caught, and some will.
The SEC will put you in jail for a very long time for that insider trading on the stocks and security side, as Ryan just said. Just ask Mike Bilkin and all those boys from the '90s, American Express, and all that stuff.
Didn't that lady go to prison? The one that Snoop Dogg is in love with.
Look at that. Yeah, I can't think of the name, but yeah.
Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
Martha held it down too. Shout out to Martha.
She did. She held it down for real.
Martha ain't snitch.
What she did? A 3-year skip?
I don't know, man, but it was
I
funny.
don't know, but she held it down. My question is, if Chauncey is connected to all these mafiosos, why I ain't seen one yet? I ain't seen one mafia face yet, but he connected to them, and they in the 30 people. They full of it, man. This stuff is shenanigans. Why I ain't seen one of them yet? Why they not on the front of the newspaper? Why we just see Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones and Terry Rozier? Why I ain't heard one full name? I heard some last names, but I ain't heard one full name.
Man, I didn't even know they still existed.
Well, I said in the chat, you heard me in the chat this morning. I said I thought what's his name locked them all up in the 90s up in New York, man. But apparently, they got offsprings and stuff, and they still
offspring stuff
doing their thing, man. So listen, we can spend, I guess, forever on this. We're going to move on. Let's move on. DA's not here tonight. He has his segment, so I'm going to take it for him. College football, yard work or your game worth. You got number 2 Indiana. They go out to UCLA. UCLA faces Indiana. I think that game is in Indiana. That's at 12 p.m. on Fox. Check out the number 2 team. Georgia Tech. He's loving Georgia Tech. They face Syracuse. Ole Miss versus Oklahoma. Number 8 versus number 13. Then you got South Florida at Memphis. DA says make sure you check them out. Alabama goes to South Carolina. They go to Columbia, South Carolina to face the Gamecocks. And then you got number 6 Oregon. They go to Wisconsin. And you got Vandy. Vandy's in the top 10 for the first time in a minute. They face Mizzou, who's number 15. Then you got Texas Tech number 14 at Oklahoma State. Then Texas A&M will face number 20 LSU. Texas A&M is number 3. They will face number 20 LSU. And then you got Miami with a tough loss last Friday night. They play Stanford on Saturday at 7 p.m. And then you got the in-state rival game, Michigan versus Michigan State. DA said to check out. That's on NBC, 7:30. Number 25 Michigan is facing Michigan State. So that's that with college football. I had the NFL. I'm gonna we'll bypass the NFL tonight. Make sure you check out the Monday Night Blitz. Who's winning that Thursday night game? I don't know if anybody has it up. Who's winning? I don't know. I can't see it. Nobody has it up. All right, we'll go back to that. What's up about the opening?
It's 0-0.
Oh, 0-0. Okay, gotcha. 0-0 there in the first quarter there. That's Minnesota, and who else is Minnesota?
San Diego.
Minnesota.
Sorry.
Los Angeles.
Yeah,
My bad.
Gotcha. So they're facing one another. Let's go to Ryan with the NBA and the opening night of the NBA. You got Indiana versus the Thunder against the repeat of the NBA Finals last year, a few months ago. It just seems like it. But Ryan, take it away with the NBA.
Well, on Tuesday night, the opening night, the first game, OKC and the Rockets was just a double overtime game, awesome game. The Rockets started their big lineup, 6'7", Amen Thompson. They had KD at the 2 guard, 6'11". They had Jabari Smith at the 3, 6'11". They had Alperen Sengun, 6'11" at the 4, and they had Big Steven Adams, 6'11", 7 foot at the 5. Alperen Sengun had an amazing game. The Rockets controlled the game most of the night, but some ill-advised fouls, missed free throws, did the Rockets in. But it was a great game, man. For it to be game 1, the intensity, you can tell they were getting after it, man. So it's the first game, so everybody's excited. Everybody wants to win. Ring night for OKC. They got their rings. And normally when it's ring night, it's a letdown, right? That home team always normally gets blown out. And our Rockets were up 12, controlling the game. But I got to tip my cap to SGA, man. In the first 3 quarters, Ahmed Thompson was shutting them out. I think he had like 7 points in the first half. And then in the fourth quarter, he was just unstoppable, getting to his spots.
3 at halftime. He had 3.
Huh?
He had 3 at halftime.
3 points?
Yeah, 3 points at halftime.
Oh, okay, I thought it was 7. Okay, I could be. Something like that. 3 single digits. He had single digits, and in the fourth quarter, man, he just was making every tough shot. Houston would have an answer, then he would come back and make a tough shot. And it was just an incredible game. Then we had the Lakers versus Golden State. Obviously, LeBron didn't play. Luka went off, was amazing. Sengun was also awesome in the Rockets. The Rockets loss.
Yes, he was.
He hit 5 threes. If he's hitting 5 threes at your power forward center spot, and he's still doing work down low, I mean that's scary. He dominated the EuroLeague basketball over the summer. So he looks
39 points on Tuesday.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So, and men look good. He cramped up in the first overtime, and that probably led to Houston's demise too with the loss. But yeah. Then we had the Lakers at Golden State in LA, and Golden State looked good. They actually started. Oh my God, what's his name? Jonathan Kuminga. Yeah, they started Kuminga, after Steve Kerr, over the past, 2-3 years messing with his playing time. They had, he had to hold out. They finally gave him the extension, and I like that they started him, man. And it shows that they believe in him, and he had a great game. And barring any injuries, Golden State is formidable, but I don't know how they're going to hold up having 4 guys in the rotation that's over 36 years old, as in Al Horford at 39. Then you have Curry, who's still playing fantastic, but he's 37. We saw him break down in the playoffs last year with the hamstring. That could happen to anybody, but technically, it normally happens to older guys. And then you can't bounce back as quick. You have Draymond, who's 36. You have Jimmy Butler, who's 36. So, I don't know how that, they're going to last throughout the season. The Lakers, I don't know, man. DeAndre Ayton had a horrible showing. He wasn't posting up. He was fumbling the catches. Austin Reeves looked good. Luka looks amazing. So we'll see, man. And then last night, I mean, what can you say about Wemby? My God. I mean, and not only did he dominate, look who he did it to. Anthony Davis is a hell of a defender. Lively is a hell of a defender. PJ Washington's out there. I mean, Cooper Flagg is starting at point guard. He's 6'7", 6'8".
He gave all of them the business.
Gave them all the business. Cooper Flagg struggled with it, with his shot. He had the double with the 10 points, 10 rebounds. Give him some grace though. It's his first game.
Are you gonna give him some grace because he's playing the point guard? He was playing point guard last night, right?
Absolutely, he's playing point guard as well. It's gonna take time, but they said that Wemby worked out with Kevin Garnett over the summer. Akeem Olajuwon. He had a dream shake there. I'm like, if he's hitting that, and it looked like he put on some weight too, and they say he grew 2 more inches. They say he's 7'5" now, 7'5". And it might be closer to 7'6", and he might still be growing. They said. I'm like, damn, I wish that happened to me when I was 22, 23 and still growing. I stopped growing at 16.
Yeah,
but
again, so what are you going to do with that, man? I mean, there's nobody going to be able to guard this guy with all this.
Well, yeah, because you can't contest it, right? You can't contest it.
Yeah.
And we all said when he starts to fill out his body and get stronger, then it's really going to be a problem. And then he can step back, D-Dubs, and hit the 3 on you.
Yeah.
So
He's right now. If he continues to get better and do what he's supposed to do, he's going to be our modern day Wilt Chamberlain.
right, and we've seen this before with that body type and athleticism and ball handle. We saw that with Ralph Sampson, but his knees just got it, after the third year. His knees, yeah. So that is what we got to cross our fingers with him. Please let him just stay healthy, because normally when you're that tall, man, you have leg problems, feet problems, ankle issues, knee issues. So
I don't know how his blood clot situation.
He was cleared with that. He's been cleared, obviously, because he's playing. But that was scary, man. That was scary. So, but if and God forbid he develops a post game where he has a jump hook with both hands, left and right, and I mean, what are you gonna do with him? Like, I mean, it's scary. He's already probably gonna win a bunch of defensive player of the year. I mean, he probably the one last year if he didn't get hurt. Yeah. So,
stay healthy. He got that in the bag, because he had several blocks.
He had like 40 points, a whole bunch of blocks, a whole bunch of rebounds, assists. He had zero turnovers. And he's handling the ball. Yeah. Because normally last year you can turn him over because he wasn't that strong, so you can dislodge him from the ball and use your weight against him. Now he came out like gang, but I was very impressed. And listen, man, the guy was the highest rated prospect since LeBron. Coming into the league. So, and a lot of people said, hey, we probably would take him over LeBron if they both came out at the same time when they came out as kids, because you always go with size.
Can't teach that, and
you can't teach that.
40 points, 18 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Shit.
Yeah, and 0 turnovers, right? I believe 0 turnovers. 0 turnovers. Yeah, so just an impressive showing. The Knicks game was good too. The Knicks in Cleveland was good. Cleveland came back, had an amazing third quarter and tied the game. Donovan Mitchell went crazy in the third quarter, but they just ran out of gas. Knicks didn't have Mitchell Robinson or Hart. I think Hart didn't play as well, right? Garland didn't play for
Cleveland.
Garland didn't play. Strus didn't play. Hunter didn't play for Cleveland. So it was a lot of, nobody was at full strength, so we'll see what happens, man. But yeah, good showing by the NBA. It was nice to have the league back, and the game seemed very competitive. And shout out to my man, the DA Stradamus. Because
Utah.
That's his new name, DA Stradamus. Yes. That dude said, hey man, Utah gonna be good, man. And it's only one game, but damn, they beat the hell out of the Clippers in LA.
Beat the brakes off from the old.
I mean, they were up at one point by 39 points or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So shout out to DA if he's listening, man. Shout out to you, DA. But but just overall, good games going on. Detroit surprisantly struggled.
Yeah,
Cade struggled.
They took an L last night.
Yeah. Cade struggled. Duran struggled. The Atlanta Hawks, one of my top 4 teams. I think that's going to be in the East. I think was it Toronto? Toronto smacked them.
Yeah, Toronto had a good game last night. Yeah.
Watch out for Toronto. Yeah.
RJ Barrett, I think he had like 25
RJ Barrett. Quickly. They got quickly. Yeah. Barnes. Ingram is there. Yeah. So they got a squad, man. On paper they have a squad. Let's see if they can figure it all out.
Yeah. Also, shout outs to Charlotte Hornets.
Charlotte Hornets
points last night. I was like,
whoa, that's terrible.
Yeah, the net. I mean, it's against the Nets. You're right.
Right. That's what you're supposed. But that's what you're supposed to do is get them up out of there.
Yeah.
The Clippers didn't do that to Utah. You know what I'm saying? So
they did it.
Yeah, so
Kawhi got legal trouble too. He worried about that. He ain't locked in right now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, of course.
He got legal trouble. He ain't.
Yeah, he's a human being. For sure. But yeah, man, good games. We got good games going on tonight. We have I want to say who plays tonight? I think playing right now is
OKC and
the Pacers. Yeah, Indiana. And then tonight, I believe it's Golden State and Denver. Yeah. So we have great game, great doubleheader tonight. On watching NBA, with Kenny Charles, Ernie, and Shaq. So see how they they inside the NBA on ESPN. It seems a little weird to me, but we're just so used to.
Can I say one thing? Let me get in here, Ryan, since we talked.
Absolutely, brother. Yeah, mine is long-winded. I'll talk for hours. You got to interrupt me, Kev. Sorry, my bad, brother.
I know you. The coverage from NBC. I just have to say this, man. This Michael Jordan thing. I thought this was gonna be more, man. I think they got us on that one, man.
Oh man, I mean, remember what I told you when we said, I mean, if he's breaking down the games, cool. What the hell are we interviewing him for? We doing another Last Dance? Like, what is this crap? Like it was ridiculous.
That was awful in my opinion. I mean,
it was awful, bro.
And then you're gonna break it up. You took it's probably an hour-long conversation, and now you're gonna piece it together and give it to us like a spoon, and to keep us coming back. I mean, like, come on,
like what is he gonna tell us that we don't already know?
Yeah,
I want to see how Michael Jordan breaks down the film, like when Kobe had that when he broke down the film. And he would like going to detail.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I was under the impression that was
go into detail. Can you guys?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're going in and out, but we can hear
you. Yeah, I mean, what are we doing? Like, I do not like the crew of Melo, Vince Carter, and T-Mac.
I thought it was
God.
I was it's just too many.
God. They all have the same. They all have the same dry ass personality. Like, like, what is this? The person who had the most energy was the young lady. Yeah, it was Maria Taylor. She was the only one who had energy. I'm like, and Mike Mills said it best. Melo in there in the tracksuit. Like, what is this?
In that Tony Soprano tracksuit, boy.
There you go, Mike Mills. Yeah. Like, and it wasn't their fault, but the mics were messing up. Like, it was I don't know. It was they left me wanting a lot more than that, to be honest with you. But I do like the team of Breen, Legler, and Richard Jefferson. I think they are excellent. Excellent. I like them. I like them. I love.
I don't care for Richard Jefferson. They can take him out of there.
No, I understand. I won't fight you on that. But I just think he gets it right. He's like a character that knows the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, he won't take himself.
He's like so extra. It's like, the insight be cool, but it'd be the little extra stuff. It'd be like, boy, shut up. If he learned how to shut up a little more, he might be better. Maybe he'll grow and be like Reggie Miller, because Reggie Miller used to not know how to shut up, but Reggie's got better at shutting up. Yeah, that's Richard Jefferson's fault. He don't know how to shut up. He always trying to be funny.
And Reggie was next to one of the greatest to do it. Your guy from the Knicks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So and then Mike Breen is excellent too. But I think it's a good balance with the three of them. Because Tim Legler's just gonna give you straight basketball knowledge and break stuff down and explain it to you. Yeah. He's like a young Hubie Brown. when Hubie was on on the broadcast. Like he'll tell you what's happening, and then he'll tell you why it happened or why it didn't happen. And I love that. And I love that about Van Gundy and Mark Jackson. But they were just so funny with it too. They were probably the best, man. Those three, Mark Jackson, Van Gundy, and Breen. Those two are just that three was just fantastic, man. Gotcha. Fantastic. Yeah.
Go get them back.
What'd you say?
Go get them back. Please bring them back.
Yeah.
We ain't had a good final since. Bring them back.
Ryan, is that all you have?
That's it right now, man. All I got for you. Yeah.
Got you, ladies and gentlemen. He's Ryan D'Souza. Our guy for the NBA. Before we go and have our party shots, let me address the chat. Hold on. Go ahead, Dan, before I address the chat.
No. I know this is kind of like the NBA, WNBA segment, and just want to throw out the W news. I saw where there's a report that Sandy Brondello is going to be the coach of the Toronto Tempo.
Yes.
So kudos to her.
Shout out to Sandy. Yeah. She got a job.
She got dismissed by the Liberty, and she's a great coach, man. So she got picked right up.
Did the Liberty get a coach yet?
No,
they haven't picked nobody yet.
USF South Florida's coach, I think, is rumored to be the Dallas Wings next hire.
Yeah.
See if it's still on here.
Yeah, I think he works well with guards. So he's known he's known for developing guards and running a good system for guards. And we all know Dallas has two great guards with Enrique and Page. So good hire.
I can't think of the guy's name.
Yeah.
Is that all you got for us, Dan?
Yeah. I just couple W things. That's all.
Got you. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Let me address the chat. Hey, VLAC. Hey, what y'all work this weekend? Hey, VLAC. Hey, come on Monday night, man. I'll send you a link to your email Monday night. Come join the panel since you want to talk Giants and Panthers and all that stuff. Come through.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Come through. If he's in the chat, man. So, you can get him on now. Absolutely. Yeah, he's up there talking about the New Jersey Giants and how the Panthers do and all this. I mean, the Panthers, they beat the Cowboys. All right, man. I ain't got no beef with the Panthers fans except for this guy. I know, they did. The Giants lost. What do you want me to say? They got beat. But hey, I'll say this, and D-Duck could probably say the same thing. Hey, at least we got something. We're rising to the top, man. I would say the Giants looks a little bit promising nowadays. If we just can get the. Hey, did y'all know they brought the kicker back?
No.
They cut the kicker, the Giants, the kicker that missed the two.
I said they cut him.
They cut him, but they brought him back to the practice squad yesterday.
Wow,
oh, man, come on, man.
They should have left him out there. Nobody want him.
I was like, oh my God, man. You accept? Be like, good, absolutely. Come up here, come with some facts, bro. Don't come with no fanboyisms, man. Not here. We'll get you out of here. Party shots. Let's go. With D-Dubs, what you got for us, sir?
Nothing, man. Great show, man. Of course, it was a heck of a sports day, but it'll iron itself out. But just everybody remember to click like and subscribe, and we appreciate you all.
Appreciate that, D-Dubs. Ryan, what you got for us, sir?
Yeah, fellas. Always a great show. Love kicking it with my fellas. Yeah, man. NBA is back. And I'm excited, man. Just hearing that NBC, jingle, brought back tons of memories, especially from 1994.
Oh yeah.
But I'll leave it at that. We all know what happened in 1994. Hey,
there you go.
Rockets, Knicks in the championship. Let's do it.
Hey, let's do it. We can run it back.
Run it back.
Let's run it back.
Yeah, man. Good to see you guys.
Good, man. Same here, Mike.
Nothing too crazy. feel like I made enough allegations.
Snitches get stitches.
Hey, man, I mean, look, guys, just pay attention, man. The fix been in. The fix is always going to be in. It's always going to be on somebody's side. Just make sure that you're on your own side. Take care of yourself. And that's it. Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to everybody that couldn't be here. Shout out to everybody that is here. And that's it. Like and subscribe, as D-Dub says. Like, share, and subscribe. And comment. We enjoy comments. We talk back.
Oh, we love the comments.
Follow us. You follow us. We might follow you back.
There you go.
That's all.
Shout out to VLAC in the comments. VLAC, I love you, man. I love you, man. I know you don't like us New Yorkers, man, but shout out to you, man. I'll see you Monday, man. We send you that link, man. Remember, you got a couple New Yorkers on here, so you may want to watch it though, for sure, man. But we love you though. VLAC is giving me a hard time because his pussycats, as I used to call him when I lived in Charlotte. Hey, the dude still kicking that ball out of bounds during that first Super Bowl of VLAC? Since you want to go there?
Are they covering fumbles?
Hey, Cam really didn't want to pick up that ball that day against Denver that night. You know what? Let me get out of here because he gonna get real mad because I mentioned that, man. Hey, listen, on behalf of myself, Kevin L. Warren, your host and moderator for.
Yo, you skipped Dan.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What?
WTF? Yeah, your man. Your man be like
you got skipped because Aaron Rodgers sold the game the other night. He investigated too.
All right, no. I think the referee, like we talked about earlier, I think the referees got bought in that game. No, great show. You know, the Rangers have scored more goals tonight than they have in the first 4 games at Madison Square Garden. So, but yet the winless Sharks are tied 4-4.
Jesus.
So let's go. But no, miss DA, miss E. But just everybody, be good. No betting on shit, or at least not your own team. No legal card parties. What else? Don't be speeding, etc., etc. But no, everybody be good. It was a good show. Glad to be here. Good day. Good day to be back.
Be like, I never even talked all this stuff, man. I mean, I worked with you for a minute, man. You ain't say all this, man. Dad, you just hate New York.
He's a little ball hate, little redhead ball hate.
I see. I don't know what New York ever done to him. I never done anything to him, man. Well,
he's
like, love you, brother.
He's like Heat Miser from the Christmas cartoon.
Hey, I'll see you Monday, man. It's all love, man. We're going to get out of here on behalf of myself. I'm Kevin L. your host and moderator, for D-Dubs, for Dan, the hockey dude, for Ryan, for Mike Mills, and for DA in his absence. What we call him now? He's the Nostradamus, DA
Nostradamus, I think is what Ryan said.
No, I won't stop you because you started it, VLAC. I'm petty. This is the Sports Chasers podcast, man. Y'all be good, be great. Hey, we'll see you on Monday, man. Y'all have a good weekend. Peace.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Sports Chasers podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms, and connect with us on all social media channels for exclusive content and updates. We'd also love for you to join the conversation, share your thoughts, and become part of the Sports Chasers community. And remember to tune in next time for some more real sports talk. Until then, stay frosty.